Manor is one of the most famous homes ever built and one of the most famous homes ever sold. Now, Candy Spelling is moving from the legendary 56,500 square foot mansion to a petite palace, one-third its size. Her brand new 16,000 square foot luxury penthouse is being built to Candy's exact specifications.
People are dying to see what Mrs. Spelling is doing in her penthouse. We know it's just going to be a wow.
Go behind the scenes as she lets go of some priceless collections.
Here we go.
13, 15, I'm waking 5. Sold.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, Mom.
Mommy. Tori.
And passes on keepsakes to her children. And finally, the first ever sneak peek at the breathtaking future Spelling residence.
I'm Candy Spelling. My husband, Aaron Spelling, and I designed and built one of the largest single-family homes in America. We named it the Manor. We entertained princes, presidents, and Hollywood royalty. More importantly, we raised our children here. But now it's just me, and the Manor is way too big. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm selling Spelling Manor.
Aaron Spelling was the world's most prolific television producer. While he built an entertainment dynasty, his wife Candy Spelling built a legendary home in one of the most exclusive neighborhoods in the country.
This was going to be our family home forever, and we set out to build everything that we wanted to have.
The colossal building project took nearly a decade to complete. They named it the Manor. The Manor is larger than the White House. The elegant living space includes a majestic double grand staircase, a custom library, media room, doll museum, bowling alley, and even 3 gift wrapping rooms. In all, there are 27 bathrooms and 14 bedrooms, including one suite named for a famous visitor.
This is a very special suite. It's called the Prince Charles Suite. We call it the Prince Charles Suite because Prince Charles stayed here. All of my guest rooms, I have jelly beans that are the color of the room. This house was built to entertain because we did entertain. We entertained presidents, royalty, stars. There's not an inch of it that wasn't done for a reason where it totally entertained.
For over 20 years, the Manor hosted some of Hollywood's greatest parties and was home to one of America's most famous families. In 2009, 3 years after her husband's death, Candy made the decision to sell the Manor, a milestone in the world of luxury real estate.
The Manor has been a wonderful life for me. The entire family has had a wonderful life living here, great experiences, and wonderful memories that will always be.
When the Manor was finally put up for sale, the asking price was unprecedented.
We are listing the Spelling Manor for $150 million, which makes it the most expensive listing in Los Angeles, in the country, and for a listed property, the most expensive listing in the world.
With a sale that made headlines around the world, the Spelling Manor sold. The new owner? A 22-year-old British heiress, and she wanted to move in fast.
I have 30 days to move out of the Manor. Are you kidding me? I mean, not in my wildest dreams did I ever think this would ever be part of an escrow. How in the world do you move a house of this magnitude in 30 days?
For Candy Spelling, it's onward and upward. She's purchased the top 2 floors of a luxury condominium skyscraper, a 42-story high-end property in Century City, California, currently under construction.
Mrs. Spelling is very well known in the Los Angeles area, and when she bought here, it gave a lot of attention to the Century.
What I love about the Century is the beautiful grounds, the gorgeous palm trees, the redwoods.
The pool at the Century offers a few private cabanas for sale to the residents. In L.A., a poolside cabana is the hottest upscale amenity.
I picked this cabana for the sightline, actually, because you can see out to the ocean. I can see my grandkids coming out of the pool. There's a lounge area with a fireplace. I think that the Century really offers you the best of both worlds. You have a lot of the amenities you have in a home, but yet you have all the conveniences of living in a high-rise.
What happened here at the Century is because they have the square footage and the open floor plan. In Candy Spelling's case, she could take 2 floors, get herself 16,000 square feet. I don't think I know of 16,000 square foot condo anywhere in the United States. The units here are amazing. They range in from $2.6 million at about 2,500 square feet, all the way up to $24 million for an entire full floor, which is about 12,000 square feet.
While Candy's penthouse is under construction, her entire life is in storage. Spelling style, 20,000 square feet of boxes. But only 1/3 of it will fit in her new home. So it's time for an epic downsizing.
And now the real work starts. Hi, William.
Hi, Mrs. Spelling. Hi, Jennifer.
Hello. Wow. Are we ready to get into these boxes? And
Let's do it.
wow. Everything is marked here.
If you're looking for these accessories, anything that's in that photo is listed here, and then the box of the storage is listed here.
Okay. What do I get rid of and what do I keep? Jennifer, this can go. This can go. Now I'm ready to get rid of at least 2/3 of my things because I just don't have the room for it. And I'm ready to sell some of it online for my children's charities. I'm ready to donate some of it, and I'm ready to just sell some of it. I can't really take all this with me, but I love it so much. I'm cutting myself a lot of slack, and as I get further into this and see things are not disappearing, I'm probably going to have to be a little harder on myself. It's just hard. This is kind of day one of absorbing it all.
For Candy, who had a packed 17,000 square foot attic, she was bound to find a surprise or two.
That is my daughter's. It somehow ended up in my storage. I'm going to surprise her. I'm sure she'll remember when she made it.
In the 80s and 90s, Cabbage Patch dolls took the U.S. by storm. Candy collected dozens of them. She even had custom dolls made for each of her children, one for Tori and one for Randy.
This is Randy. I'm giving this to Randy, and yes, it is the only Cabbage Patch that I'm keeping. The rest I am giving up for adoption. I probably have 20, 25 Mahjong sets. This was my very first set. Should put that on the sell table. This is for keep. This is to sell. Let's donate this one. I have like about 145 toy soldiers. This is definitely something that should go to auction. Why don't we look at the Beanie Babies, because that's definitely something that I'd like to sell online.
As always, Candy's got a plan. What won't fit in the new condo will be auctioned off or sold online for charity.
We're taking Tori's suitcase, and we're taking Randy and these things in here. Okay, that's good. I'm getting rid of all of it, and I'm starting over again. How fun is that? Thanks.
Well, my mom asked me to come over today. She said she had something that she found in storage. I was like, what is it? I mean, there's so much in storage.
I call this my conservatory. I think I'm going to love this space. God, this is just a little bit of heaven.
Candy Spelling has sold her legendary home known as the Manor, and she's moving to the top 2 floors of a luxury high-rise in Century City, California. While she supervises every aspect of the design and construction of her new residence, Candy and her dog Madison are living in a temporary apartment.
My new condo is really taking shape, and I'm keeping my eye on it. I have my little telescope out this window, and I can see everything that's going on at the job site.
Like empty nesters everywhere, Candy Spelling is on a mission to pass along some keepsakes to the next generation.
Mommy?
Tori!
Ooh.
So happy to see you.
Oh my God.
How pretty you look.
Thank you.
You look like you just had a baby.
It's so funny to see you in an apartment.
I know. Can you believe it?
My mom moving into a condo is shocking because, you know, she's lived her whole life in a house and then a huge house. So going from that to an apartment, it's a huge downsizing. Stella made this for you this morning. I told her I was going to visit you, so she says that's you, and that this is all your stuff.
Oh, this is all my stuff. She's right. All my stuff.
She goes, Grandma has a lot of stuff.
Grandma has
That's
a
you
lot
in the
of
middle. When my mom asked me to come over today, she said she had something that she found in storage. I was like, what is it? Oh my gosh, there's so much in storage.
Okay. Do you remember this?
Yes.
Didn't you make this?
Yeah. The suitcase my mom found in storage, I have not seen in probably 15 years. Did I just date myself?
Remember when you and Jenny were doing all the great decoupage?
Yeah, I went to the flea market and I got this case.
Right.
And then I decoupaged it because I was going to be a decoupager. I think I did a good job.
I think you did a great job. Look at all the
acting
romance.
thing
It's
doesn't
all
work out. I could be a decoupager.
You could. The acting thing will work out, but but you could have a little side business.
When I was in my late teens, I started crafting because growing up, my mom was an amazing crafter. So I was trying to follow in her footsteps, and I made this suitcase, and I love it because now I can give it to Stella and Hattie.
How is Stella liking the dollhouse that was yours when you were little?
She loves it, but I have to admit I'm nervous with her using it. Because remember the little seahorse sticker?
Yes. They're trying to pull it off.
They're trying to pull it off. So I was like, no, it's a seahorse. I want a princess sticker on there. Now that my mom has to downsize, I think it's probably going to be harder than she anticipates.
I'm going to New York at the Waldorf Astoria. They're auctioning off my Madame Alexander dolls.
Oh my gosh.
There's like over $1,000 dolls, so.
Oh my gosh. Well, if you have any Madame Alexander dolls left, save one for Stella and one for Hattie.
Okay.
Because that's something we could say was yours.
They started out as yours, and then you kept saying they're mine, so.
I know, how foolish of me. Now they're worth so much money. Damn, why didn't I know at 10 years old? She loves her dolls. She had a whole museum at the Manor dedicated to her dolls. I hope she'll keep a few for mementos. Moving into a smaller place for you, I think, is better. Do you have balconies here? No.
Yes.
Oh, you do. But at your new place, will you have balconies?
Yes.
Bigger ones.
A lot bigger ones. Actually, you could see the other building.
Really?
I brought the telescope from the beach. Yes, and I set it up over there, and I've been watching them so I can see who's working and who's not. How's that?
I would expect nothing less. That's amazing. The Manor is huge, and I know it was a lot of worry for her because she constantly had to maintain that. And I know that was all on her, and I'm happy that she won't have all of that burden. Okay, so I have to get home to Miss Hattie and feed her. I'm so glad you found this.
I am too.
Thank you, Mommy.
You're welcome. I love you so much.
I love you. I'm really happy for you. I know this is just a transition, this place, but I'm just happy that you're...
Thank you.
I'm really happy that my mom sold the Manor. For me, I have my amazing memories that I hold, up here and in my heart, so I'm glad she's moving on. Okay, Mommy, I love you. Thank you.
I love you too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you later.
I'm so glad you came and saw.
Bye. Bye.
As keeper of the memories, Candy has another memento to pass along to her son, Randy.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, Mom. How are you doing?
Hanging in there, trying to downsize, and I found something in the warehouse that I thought you might really like to have. Let me see if you remember who it is.
Oh, my. Wait, did I call that Bob?
This is Randall Jean. This is the Cabbage Patch that Xavier Roberts made for you and named after you. And he signed it on the tush. Hi, Randy. It's Randy.
That's seriously for years. Are you going through everything?
I'm going through everything. And, it's really hard to decide what to get rid of, but I just have to. I can't take it all with me.
I mean, I think that's really amazing that you're going through all that stuff. I know it's not easy.
I've always been the keeper of the memories, and now it's time for me to pass some of the memories on to you and to Tori, and then there's just some of it that I need to let go because I don't want to be considered a hoarder. Let me ask you, will you miss the Manor now that it's gone?
It's funny that you ask, because I was thinking about that the other day. It feels like a different time. I have great memories, and I'll never forget it being in the house, you and Dad.
Mom and Dad, I love you a lot.
But it feels like for you, it's time to move on. I mean, I know how much of a burden keeping up that house was. I'm happy for you to be getting rid of it, and I'll be excited to come to your new place.
Oh, I can't wait, and your room is ready.
I have to tell you, seriously, I'm really proud that you're, letting go of all of this and moving on to a new chapter.
Thank you. It's hard. Sorry, I'm crying. I cry when I see you. I'm happy to see you, and I love you very much, sweetheart.
Love you too, Mom.
Bye. Bye.
Time Times have changed since Candy built the Manor. Today, modern technology helps her keep an eye on things.
I'm able to see my warehouse at all times. I check on it several times a day, make sure there isn't somebody in there that shouldn't be in there. In moving, we took pictures on a digital camera and downloaded them onto a computer. We were able to take complete inventory of everything, whether it was box number 87 or 534. Then I can see, okay, what is in box number 534? And unfortunately, I do have even more than 534 boxes.
This is a fantastic size. This has also got a lovely clear signature down here,
Yes.
Eugene Petit.
Interesting. Well, then we know it's an original.
There's no question about either of these things.
People are dying to see what Mrs. Spelling is doing in her penthouse. And we know it's just going to be a wow.
Backlit and the water going over it, that's going to be gorgeous.
Now that the Manor is sold, Candy Spelling has put the contents of the mansion in storage while she sorts out what stays and what goes. 25 million Americans use the internet to sell things, and so does Candy Spelling.
Amy. This is my friend Amy at Shop at LA. She does it all for you. She photographs it and puts it up online. I have all kinds of goodies. I have crew jackets from the original 90210 and Charm. I have to get rid of 2/3 of my things because I just don't have the room for it. I think that it would really be nice for the proceeds of this to go to one of my children's charities that I deal with.
The Beanie
These
Babies.
are the Beanie Babies. Look how nice you've kept them.
Yes.
That's important.
Yes.
How many of these? Oh, my goodness.
I have
Wow.
thousands here. They research everything to know what the going rate is of what they should start it at.
Candy, look, I pulled out this Jade Bear Beanie Baby. Just sold last month for $300 in auction. So.
That's great. I'm very excited.
All right, so let's get busy shooting. Here is the listing that we're going to get ready to do. She has beautiful and unique things, so buyers around the world are always looking for the wonderful things that she has to sell. Okay, I'll see you soon.
Candy's new penthouse sits on the top 2 floors of the Century. The structural design of the building itself had to be modified to accommodate 2 of Candy's design choices. A swimming pool she's installing on the 42nd floor, and over 15 tons of stone she's using in her new residence. Because Candy's overseeing every aspect of design, she goes directly to the marble yard to select the massive slabs of marble, granite, limestone, and quartz herself.
Oh, hi again.
Hi.
How are you?
Nice to see you.
See you too.
I'm back.
All right.
I'm back, and I'm looking for, well, I'm looking for a lot of rooms, but let me start with the kitchen. I've got this on the floor, and I'm looking for some kind of a granite top to go with it. Maybe something a little darker, but that'll complement it.
All right. Well, I think we have a couple things to show you.
Great.
All right.
Great.
Shall we go?
Yes.
Let's find something dark like this.
Yes.
Well, these are the granites.
I never have the expectation I'm going to find the perfect thing. But when I see it, I know it, and I just go, oh, that's it. Ooh, this is kind of a nice dark green.
Yes, it is.
It kind of looks good with that.
It picks up the color.
You know what I want to do? I know you think I'm silly, but I always do this because it's sitting out here in the dust. When shopping for marbles and stones, I always bring a water bottle because I want to see what the true color is. It's been sitting out and it's dusty, so I want to wash off all that dirt and dust and see what the true color is going to look like when it's polished and on my counter or on my sink, and see if I like it or not.
What do you think of that?
I think it looks great. Wow. You know what? I think I would like to see this as a border around, around the kitchen also. I'm going to use the dark green granite for borders as well as my countertops. Usually you don't mix marble and granite. They look so well together, and I think it's going to be just an outstanding look. I've always heard that granite is so much better for countertops than marble. Why is that?
Generally because granite doesn't have a chemical reaction to acidics.
Oh.
And many marbles do.
I did not know that. Spectacular. Look how gorgeous this pink is. Oh my God.
It's very hard to find slabs this size and that kind of purity.
Wow. You can see the countertops in it. and the border may be in the bathroom. You buy these, how far does it have to come to get here and still be whole?
Well, this particular stone has traveled about 14,000 miles to arrive here.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. I'm very involved in the process of everything, so I like to actually pick out the slabs, because you could find one particular marble that you like, and there could be 3 different color variations depending on what crate it came out of and when and how it was quarried.
And if you really want to see it fully lit, we can take this slab outside and...
I would love that.
Do you like that?
Yes, I would love that. I like to pull out every slab and look at it and know what I'm getting. This is not something that you take apart and redo, so it better be right the first time. This is what I like to do. It's exciting. This is, you know, it's eye candy for candy. This is so spectacular.
It's quite a bit different seeing it this way than inside the warehouse.
It's spectacular.
Yes.
All right, so now we have to talk price, and we have to talk how many slabs I have. So I'm going to bring the plans.
Okay.
And we'll go over. Can I put a hold on some of these slabs?
You may, and I can even get you a sample if you like.
Great. Oh, I'd love that. It's a little more expensive buying a slab than it is buying individual cut tiles, but then the individual cut tiles have a lot of grouting in it, and I'm really not too fond of seeing the grouting. I have a process I like to do, which is they lay it, and then they put the grouting in, and then they just, at the very top layer, they grind it so that you almost do not see the grouting. It disappears into nothing. Can you believe that that is the inside of a quarry? Kind of amazing, and it just goes up forever. If you've never been to a marble yard, go to one. Participate in your next project to make yourself part of the process. I did learn a lot about marble and stone in building the manor, and I learned so much from going to the marble yards and looking at different slabs. And, you know, some mistakes that I made, and I'm not making any mistakes in this condo. It is going to be perfect when I'm finished.
Candy's fine art collection includes over 150 original paintings, some pieces up to 8 feet high. But the ceilings in her new penthouse are just 12 feet high, much lower than the Manor's 30-foot ceilings, so the largest pieces will be finding new homes.
Mr. Fisher, nice to see you.
Welcome.
I'm only getting rid of some of it now, and then as I start putting the art on the walls and what I see doesn't fit, then I'll have to get rid of the remainder.
The house you lived in is legendary with its for its size, so you did have to have large paintings.
I know.
What's important about these paintings is the size of them. They are huge. This is a fantastic size. I mean, I've rarely seen a picture as big as this. It's in beautiful condition. It's by an artist, it's called Eugene Petit. What is interesting about this one is A, its size, as I said earlier, and B, it's got these lines in the background of what are commonly known as pentimenti. You see them all over the canvas.
Yes.
And they are like the outlines of where the artist thought he might originally have planned it, like a preparatory sketch. You see, you would tell an original if it has pentimenti, because a copyist will never copy pentimenti.
Interesting. Well, then we know it's an original.
Well, there's no question about either of these two. This has also got a lovely clear signature down here, Eugene Petit. I enjoy discussing paintings with Mrs. Spelling, who is not only charming but also very knowledgeable. Obviously, at the moment, we're living in difficult times.
Yes.
But these paintings are exceptional. The exceptional objects sell regardless.
Wonderful. I just hope that they go to a home and loves them the way I live. I'm sure they will.
Do you know what, Candy? If you've been the custodian, they're going to go on somewhere else.
That makes me feel so much better.
That's part of my job. These are 2 valuable paintings. The first, the Eugene Petit, will be offered for sale with an estimate of $12,000 to $18,000. The Oblé will be offered at the same sale with an estimate of $20,000 to $30,000.
I wish I could keep everything and continue to collect, but I have to do this. I have to. Here we go.
13, 15, 14, 5. Sold.
Want to know how much the cherries are. I am so ready to negotiate for that cherry painting, but I'm going to act like I'm not that interested if he wants too much money. William, do you have my bags?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, it's time to find a new home for all my dolls.
After selling the manor, Candy Spelling faces a problem shared by many homeowners, downsizing to a smaller home. So she's getting rid of her rare collection of antique dolls. They're being returned to the collecting world at a much-anticipated auction in New York City.
Rialt's is one of the more renowned doll auctioneers in the country.
What's so interesting about this collection is that many of these things that Candy's now selling today, I sold her, my wife and I, in 1997. So these are many things that we thought we could replace from our collection and have never been able to do the same quality and color. And so some of those are the Goaties.
It's a bittersweet feeling because I would love to have kept them, but it's time for me to let other collectors enjoy the dolls that I enjoyed.
Let's do it. A 14-inch Goatee lady in golden taffeta dress, 1952. It actually opens up at $1,400 and now looking for $1,500. $1,500 now, $1,600, $1,700, $1,800 now to the phone at $1,800 now, and $1,900 now, $2,000, and now $2,000 a bit. $2,100 now, $2,200 to Nellie's phone, $2,300, $2,400 Nellie, and $2,400 or Florence. Both phones, $2,500, $2,600. $2,900, $3,600, $4,400, $4,600, $5,600, and $6,800, and $7,600, and $8,000, $9,000, $92,000, $94,000, $94,000, $9,600, $9,800, $10,000, now $10,250, $10,000, $10,250, $10,500, $11,000, $11,500, now $12,000, $12,250. And you do it, Florence. Back to you. No. The last call and sold. On the floor, $12,000. Thank you very, very much. Number 32.
Today I walked away with my Goaties that I sold Candy back in 1997. They cost a little bit more this time than what she paid. But those are things that I never could replace.
21-inch unique portrait doll exclusively for Candy Spelling. $3,250 and looking for $3,500 to go now at $3,250 and $3,500 to bid. And John, back to you for $35 in the internet. Yes, $3,750, Lou. And $3,750. $3,500's on the internet now. $3,750 and $35. Phone is out. $3,500 on the internet now. $3,750 for the final call. Going once, twice, and all done. And the internet bidder takes it $3,500. Congratulations to them.
Today's auction, I did really well. We sold over half the auction online. It grossed about $300,000, and the internet had a really strong presence.
We have generally 90% of all items in our auctions register bids on the internet, with approximately 40% actually selling to internet bidders. It's a game changer.
11,000 going once, 11,000 going twice. Congratulations. Sold 11,000 going once, twice, all done, and sold 18,000. And that is it.
Today, we definitely broke a lot of records in the category of Alexander's. And Mrs. Spelling's items bringing in probably $750,000.
It's somewhat of a relief because I just got rid of my entire collection, and it's one more thing that I've downsized. But it was just the most exciting auction. Some of the dolls went for an awesome price. I mean, overall, I'm just so pleased with the entire auction.
For the first time since Candy sold the Manor, she's back in the old neighborhood to meet up with a friend and find out what's been happening since she moved out.
Kareem, hi.
Andy, you make this day even brighter.
Good to see you. Good to see you,
how's Madison?
Hi, Madison.
I'm meeting my friend Kareem in the park across the street from my old house, and we're going to kind of catch up on what's going on. He's a great friend.
So, have you heard the latest?
No, what? Kareem spends a lot of time in that park, and I know he knows what's going on over there.
The whole house has been transformed. You know the fireplace that you had with this beautiful mug, this antique from France?
All the fireplaces, they were all antique.
Well, unfortunately, it has been removed.
I just can't believe what Kareem is telling me.
Everything has been switched to black. Everything, it's like...
Black?
Yeah.
I'm shocked when Kareem told me that my gorgeous oak that was throughout the house has been sprayed black, and everything in the house, every wall, every door, is black. I made sure that every room had windows and light in it. The truth is, you know what? It's not my house anymore, and I'm good with it. Do you know if the koi fish are still alive?
I don't know if the koi fish is still there.
I hope so. I hope so. I heard about this great place that is so exclusive. You have to make an appointment to go. Oh, wow. When they told me I couldn't have a rose garden, guess what? I'm having a rose garden. I think I'm going to love this space.
In the 25 years since Candy Spelling built the Manor, home design has been revolutionized with 3D technology. Now Candy can see her designs before building begins to make sure she gets exactly what she wants.
This is my conservatory. These are the 2 mahjong tables that I'm going to have in there with the 4 chairs around it. And all around here are going to be my roses. So no matter what angle you're at in the room, you're seeing roses and garden growing around you. If I had had this when I was doing the Manor, I would not have made the mistakes there that I'm definitely not going to make in this apartment.
Candy's new penthouse is a scaled-down version of her former residence, the Manor. The accessories she'll use to decorate it will have to be smaller, too. Today, she's on the hunt for something special, and she'll know it when she sees it.
I heard about this great place that is just so exclusive and has such fabulous stuff that you have to make an appointment to go, and there's a couple things I may need, and I just have to look. Oh, wow. It's like going into another world. I'm in Europe. Look at the ship. Oh, now I wish I had a place for that. Whew. Isn't that incredible?
How you
Hi.
doing?
You must be Richard.
Yes, I am. Well, I know you're looking for smaller things for your condo.
I am.
So
yes.
we do have pieces that are smaller, and we have a fabulous designer who can help you with some of that.
Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Nice to see you. How are you? I'm Barry, and this is Rio.
Nice to meet you.
This is Rio.
Rio. How are you?
Good to see you. So I hear you're downsizing, and you've got some very specific requirements, smaller pieces.
Smaller pieces.
Smaller pieces. Then there's actually a really great piece here for perhaps a bathroom or a living room. This is actually a cigar lighter from Austria, but it looks like a genie in a bottle.
Does it have like a
Well, what you can do is you can put kerosene or you can put fragrant
and then
oil.
the wick just burns.
Yes, but you could use fragrant oil, so if it was in a bathroom, the whole room would smell really fragrant.
Will my wish come true?
Well, maybe it will.
I have my eye on one item that probably, I didn't see a signature on it, and it's probably the silliest thing in the entire, I mean, with all these gorgeous Tiffany glass that they have, and you know, everything has such history. And I saw this beautiful painting near the bathroom of cherries. Cherries, and I thought, if I reframe that, it would look so incredible in my kitchen. Want to know how much the cherries are.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Where would you put it?
In the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
In the kitchen. I love a little touch of red somewhere. I am so ready to negotiate for that cherry painting, but I'm going to act like I'm not that interested if he wants too much money.
It's starting to grow on me now that you like it. I'll give you a good price on it.
And what would that be? I'm like so in love with it. I hope he'll give it to me for a good price.
Well, since you came, I could give you the cherries as a gift.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my goodness,
Yes,
that is
absolutely.
amazing.
I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to put a big red bow around it.
Oh.
And I'm going to send it to you.
Are you wonderful? The red in that painting will accentuate the green marble floor and the dark granite green top that I have so well. I am in love with the cherry painting. It's amazing.
Candy, it's my pleasure.
Oh,
it's my
thank
pleasure.
you so much.
Thank you so much.
So much. We're at my new condo, and I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of some of the interiors. At the end of the day, I closed up the Manor, and I got through it. Beautiful weather, only in Los Angeles.
Construction on Candy's new 16,000 square foot penthouse is underway. In addition to keeping an eye on it from her temporary apartment just blocks away, she also makes on-site visits to check the progress.
Well, guess what? We're at my new condo, and I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of some of the interiors. I come at least 2-3 times a week. We have to really go over every little detail. And then as things come up, It's like a site change, and we have to either make it a little different or tweak it a little different to make it right. Hi.
How you doing?
Fine. Good to see you.
Good.
What's going on today?
We have a lot going on. We have the crown molding, the stone, we have the waterproofing, we have quite a few things going on today.
Yeah.
Quite a few.
You know what, when I looked at the notes from yesterday, I wanted to change some of the marble is not right in the ladies' powder room and the men's powder room. What he's got written there, it's not the right. We have the Cashua, which is actually going up in my bathroom upstairs.
Okay.
As the ground, so it's different.
All right. We'll take a look at that.
You know, it's funny, when I built the manor, I didn't really understand line drawings. It was forever. I did not understand it. I ended up making the house too big, but that's not going to happen here. Where are we on the conservatory?
Conservatory was right here.
Okay. In this hallway, they had borders on here, and I wanted to change it with no borders because it's too narrow of a hallway.
Good.
If they can make it go all, you know, across here instead. Now, where are we as far as the living room? Are they almost finished with the crown moldings?
They're working on the crown molding right now. They're actually working on the crown molding throughout everywhere. As you can see, a lot of it's up.
The progress report today was actually that they've started putting up my secret. My system for hiding air conditioning vents is to create moldings and crowns that totally make it all disappear. And this piece goes right below it, and then the louvers of the air conditioning will be painted white, and then we plaster over this, and you'll never see the air conditioning coming out. Okay, so
we have the crown in here.
Right.
As you can see, it has all the relief cuts so they can get it going around, and then we'll be plastering. It also has a little space in it for lighting, the cove lighting. And the relief in the middle, like you asked for from the manor, to allow the linear air conditioner to blow through.
So that it won't show.
A really good idea. Helps a lot.
Just like building the manor from the ground up, this is the same thing. They just allotted the spaces in the rooms, but we still had to design it. We had to draw it on paper and decide how it looks. What are the finishes? What do the crown moldings look like? Or does it have crown molding? What do the doors look like? Is it going to have fabric on the wall? Is it going to have plaster on the wall? Is it going to have paneling on the wall? It's all decisions that you have to make. This looks really great. This is the kitchen. It's amazing how this darker, which happens to be granite, and this is marble. So it's interesting to me because they really look like they're kind of a part of one another, and yet, you know, they're two different stones. And I'm not usually a green person.
I love working with Mrs. Spelling. She's fun because she understands the construction process really well. And she's kind of flamboyant. She'll go out to the stone yards with you in North Hollywood and walk the stone yards and ask all the right questions. And she'll bring her dog along. And she likes design and testing new materials out. We have a lot of fun with her.
I hate seeing big grout lines in any kind of stone. So they're going to grind it all so it's all even. And then we pick a grout and put it in, and then they grind it again, and it'll just look like glass. It'll look like it was all laid down in one sheet.
I think a lot of people are dying to see what Mrs. Spelling is doing in her penthouse because it's been going on for a while. You kind of hear things, you're not quite sure, but then we know it's just going to be a wow because she always does everything in that style.
This is Halila limestone. I just really, really love what this looks like when it's laid down and plumbed to the area. This is going to go in my entry. When you get off the elevator, it's going to be on all the walls. When they told me I couldn't have a rose garden, guess what? I'm having a rose garden. I call this my conservatory. I'm going to have roses. And on this wall, it's going to be a water wall. I'm going to be putting the Halila limestone on the floor. And then I'm going to be able to put 2 tables in the middle for my Mahjong ladies, because I play Mahjong. I think I'm going to love this space. God, this is just a little bit of heaven.
Okay, so you recall you're out driving and you found these big, huge sheets of glass.
It's glass that's been laminated and pressed together. This is going to go on my water wall, which is going to have water running down it, in my conservatory, where my garden is going to be. But if you backlight it, the water is going to run over it.
Oh, that's going to look amazing.
So because Mrs. Spelling got into the building very early on here, she was able to make some changes to the exterior spaces, and somehow she managed to get her own swimming pool, which is amazing.
Made any progress on the pool, Kyle?
Yesterday, they skimmed it. So can we bump up the schedule any, Craig?
Bump up the schedule? Aren't you having too much fun to bump up the schedule? I think it'd be safe to say that this time next year, we could be moving furniture in, hopefully a little bit sooner. But we like to set Mrs. Spelling's expectations nice and low, you know.
Just beautiful. One of the reasons I bought this condo was because there were views of the entire city from the beach to downtown LA. We have the Manor directly over there. When you say $1 million view, that's what it is. It's $1 million view. I plan on doing a lot of entertaining. That's why these doors all slide open. Everything opens to the outside.
The Century has a lot of exclusivity to it. You have to be somebody to be in the Century.
You've now had a sneak peek of my new home and my new condo above the clouds in beautiful downtown Century City. Clouds. Smog.
I'm really happy that my mom sold the Manor. I'm really happy for her because I feel like this is, a new chapter in her life.
Here's to my Manor in the sky.
With the sale of the Manor behind her, Candy is focused on the design and construction of her new penthouse in the luxury high-rise, the Century.
Oh, this is the life. Relaxing. Now, if my apartment was finished, I would be complete. Now is time to name the new place. From the Manor to the Manor in the sky. That's what I'm going to call it, the Manor in the sky, because it's going to be my Manor in the sky. At the end of the day, I closed up the Manor, and I got through it.
I'm really happy that my mom sold the Manor. I'm really happy for her because I feel like this is, a new chapter in her life.
I survived, although I felt it was going to be really hard, and some of it really was hard. I'm happy it's done.
I'm really proud that you're letting go of all of this and moving on to a new chapter. Thank you.
Over. And I'm just ready to move into my condo in the sky. Here's to my Manor in the sky.
I'm Ian Ziering.